Now, that was a terrible story, but it only happened, and we could only see it simply because somebody had a camera in their home that pictured it. And I have an expert in the house. Mr. Kola Olugbodi is described as one of Africa's top background screeners, for want of a better word. It means you do security checks to check people. Welcome to Seriously Speaking.
Thank you, Adesuwa.
It's nice to have you, Kola.
It's a pleasure.
You know, it's a pleasure, but I always wondered, when you grow up in a home where there are 8 boys and 1 girl, all of you playing ruffle in the... How did your mother manage? Well, she's still alive, is she?
Yes, she's still alive. She'll be 73 this year.
Wow.
Of course, those days, I used to remember we play football in the sitting room. So we need to just move out all the chairs and then don't mind what is going to break.
Because you see, your mom, did you guys ever have a nanny or a house help or that kind of thing in your home?
Interestingly, for most part of the growing up years, we never had a nanny. It was just us and our mom. And she understood us. She connected with each and every one of us, and she just knew what to do to take care of every one of us.
When she looks at this one in a particular way, he knows what to do.
She just knows.
But she was home, or was she working? Was she a working mom?
At a point in time, she was working, but for even at work, she makes sure that she's at home most of the time. She never really picked a regular fixed hour job.
Okay.
So most times she may be in the morning, be off to our office, place of work. Yes, she does contracts, maybe when we are in school, and she must be there by the time we are back from school.
Well, they would say that time life was good in Nigeria. Life is different. Most mothers are working in high tension. Okay, you know what? Before I talk about the nanny thing, you started your business. You're a demographer by training.
Yeah.
You know, you started your background security check. You call it BCI, Background Check International.
Background Check International.
But you obviously didn't start trying to check backgrounds of nannies and drivers and cooks.
No, that was not
provided services for corporates.
Yes, initially it was more for corporate. It was because background check actually came out of recruitment, and that was what we started with. And one of the things that made us to go into background check was because most of the time when we source for staff for our clients, the question they always ask is that, can we vouch for these guys? Most times they say yes, but deep inside we say, can we? Yes, they did well during interviews. Their resume looks so impressive. And so we just said, don't let us keep saying yes, because one day this thing may actually boomerang. So before we say yes, those days we need to check 1 or 2 things out about them. So when our clients say, can you vouch for them? We say, yeah, at least we checked 1 or 2 things about them. We think they are correct.
What does checking mean? Does it mean like all those spy you send this?
No. When it comes to background check, majorly what it entails is claims verification. So if you employ a staff and it tells you, I actually graduated from this particular school, I worked with AYZ complaint, these are my referees, I don't have any police problem and everything. You need to verify all those claims. We need to go to the school he actually claimed to have graduated from to be sure he actually attended the school. And from experience, we've been seeing a lot of funny things. People that actually never went to particular schools, but they will show you certificates, including medical doctors. It's actually as bad as that. People that stole money where they used to work before, and everybody leaves, come to you, they look like angels. It's when you go back and run things like we call previous employment check, and you go to the former employers and try to find out who this person was when he was there, the performance, the character, attitude to work, and then we find a lot of funny things. Of course, not all the time. Like we tell people, background check is not witch hunting. It's just for us to be sure of who we are taking. You told me this is who you are. I believe you, but I need to be sure that I can trust you. So not until you run a check on someone, you can't really say, I know him.
So now, but I know that you also do security cameras. That's why I ran that video before. You also install security cameras in people's homes or offices and things like that. Is it a gradual progression to that point? Or
yes, it's a gradual progression because we started with corporate background check, but over time we discovered that background check is needed in virtually every facet of our society. And today, one of the things that we are grappling with in Nigeria is kidnapping. And unfortunately, the vulnerable ones are the members of our families, the younger ones most especially. And so when we talk about security, there are two aspects to it. We have the hardware aspect to it and then the human aspect. The hardware aspect is what can actually give you some level of information that will guide you and make you know what is happening behind your back.
And some comfort.
Like yes, some comfort. So that's where the gadgets started getting into the whole play. But even apart from that, the first line of security that we always advise to people is that you need to know even the people you are getting engaged with in the first instance. What we know is that there's always a trait in life. If someone is going to do something in your own home, there's a likelihood that it has happened somewhere before. So that's why you need to check the people you deal with, check their background, instead of even getting any person into your home, and then you now place cameras all the place, suspecting that something is going to happen. First, be sure of who you are bringing in, then double check or the double sure of what you are doing by placing cameras just to be sure what the people do when you are not at home.
I see you work closely sometimes with Amara. It's like you started adding domestics.
Yes,
support.
When all these things started happening, I actually got to meet Amara like 5 years ago when Nanny Academy started, and we seriously, got talking about background check. With the way Nigerian society, Nigeria is, you can't take anybody at face value.
But we do.
Yes, that's what we do. And so I actually, at that point, myself and Amara got talking that you need to add background check to whatever you're doing. That's what gives it credibility. Because if I'm going to source for a nanny from you, I'm going to ask, do you know this person? Can you vouch for her? Can I hold you responsible if anything happens? You understand? And the unfortunate one that just happened in Nigeria, the Orekoya family, losing 3 children to a nanny that resumed
a day before.
And by the second day, she was gone with 3 children. So if Amara was the one that actually sourced.
You would have gone to grab Amara.
Of course, Amara won't. She would need to answer some questions. So that's why, as much as possible, I know she does some references, which is okay. But with the way things are, more needs to be done. More needs to be done beyond the fact that, oh, I got some references. Because we've even seen over time that people even, they sort of plan things.
Amongst themselves.
They plan, it's a syndicate thing now that we have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's it. So if you are asking for referees, you will get referees. But it's all a syndicate thing.
The referee,
the referee is just part of the whole show. You know, it's just like the Orekoya problem that we have.
The incidents that we had.
The lady said, yes, I have a guarantor, I have somebody that can stand for me. And the family actually called. And the man was speaking on the other side like a gentleman. I said, yeah, I can guarantee her. She's a good girl. Anytime you want me to sign any document, I'm ready to do it. I can do anything because of Mary Akinloye. Not knowing that it's actually part of the game plan. You understand? So we need to do more than just getting
referrals.
People. Referrals most times can help, but when it comes to, you know, it's a different ball game if it's a corporate setting. If you give us wrong referrals, and at the point we've discovered that you're not who you say you are,
we'll send you away.
So far it's a matter that you're not just competent in what you're doing, we'll tell you to go. But when it's like bringing a stranger to the home that plans everything and now packs children away, some will come. There's another one, it was in the paper some days ago, came today, by the second day was gone with valuable goods of the family, what, like 14 million or so. You know, those are some of the things we are grappling with now. So we need to be, number one, security conscious, more of it now. And we need to really be sure of the people we really relate with.
Okay, interesting, because I would